Pisces, how's it going? It's time for your weekly horoscope for the incoming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also simply follow the links below. As well, don't forget, for those of you who enjoy the incoming waves, I am doing those as separate videos now, and this most recent one is already up. You can actually find it on my main channel page by clicking on my avatar beneath this video, or simply opening the down bar below and following the links there. So what is going to be occurring over the course of this coming week? Well, this whole week is overlit by the Death card upright. That is the archetypal theme behind all experiences you will be encountering. And the Death card is bringing this clear impression of an end of a way of life in many different spaces of your reality. So we say an end of a way of life. It could be the end of a way of life in a family situation, or a work circumstance, or even with your friends, your relationships, your spiritual path. But remember, the Death card does not symbolize a sudden surprise or something that catches us off guard. Nay, it is actually something that we see coming. It is natural, it is timely, and this transition is ultimately something that you could also see as a threshold, something that is going to basically push that which is ready to transform into a more evolved version of itself through that threshold to become just that. However, can also be seen as a filtration. That which cannot go any farther, that which will no longer evolve, take a new shape, will most likely end up being displaced, dismantled, or cleared from your space this week. And with the Death card, that is something that, of course, is in the natural flow. That which does not actually shift is ultimately going to be frozen in time, and therefore we don't necessarily want to keep things frozen in time in our experience, because it would stunt one's growth and block one's evolution, and at the end of the day, it's just not in the highest interest of all concerned. One of the things I'm getting from this Death card, though, is that this is also a point of no looking back. Once the thresholds are crossed, there really is no retrieval of the old. However, I also sense freedom coming from this Death card as well. Many of you may be actually overjoyed to be releasing such things, or be granted the opportunity to move on to bigger and better prospects and newer destinies. In fact, as we look at the Page of Wands reversed, we actually see something that is not taking off, something that is not gaining any kind of ground as it relates to a material, professional, or financial circumstance, is ultimately getting cleared this week. Now, this could be something that could come in the beginning as a bit of a disappointment. We are seeing something that is not picking up traction. We are seeing something that is not actually moving forward. However, I feel this could also be a deep unburdening for a lot of you, in a way where you're almost relieved of the pressure to make something work that just won't budge. You could be getting relieved of some kind of problematic account, or maybe even an assignment. I'm also seeing a change of heart for a lot of you when it comes to something that you no longer have a passion for. And the Page of Wands in reverse is going to be triggering action to maybe do something to alleviate that feeling of maybe boredom, lack of interest, lack of desire to go on with something else. Now, this could indicate, with the Page of Wands reversed, some of you actually becoming disenchanted with something that you have been stuck to, or something that you have been maybe caught up in as far as a personal project, maybe even a professional path that has been sort of not treating you very, very well. But with the Death card upright, we are actually seeing confirmation that now is the time where it is safe and okay to move on. The Page of Wands reversed may trigger this, however, in a negative way. We may get our confirmation through possibly a flaky bit of behavior, somebody mistreating our work or us, or somebody who is not handling us with the care and the respect that we deserve. Let that be your cue to take your own leave from this project, this team, or this collaboration, whatever is going on here. Because with the Death card upright, it is a sign that it needs to get out of something better's way. Good enough. I was like, could I have said that better? Probably. It's going to get out of the way of something better. There you go. As we get to the Two of Swords upright, I feel a lot of you Piscean people are also going to be experiencing a feeling of being sort of out and adrift when it comes to your friends and your family members. We are suddenly feeling this sense of freedom, and yet at the same time, it's a freedom from a sense of belonging, which is an interesting space to be in, let me tell you. At the end of the day, belonging is not the ideal. Its sovereignty is the ideal. But you may be going through this feeling of not belonging to any particular group, any particular family or group unit or social unit or ideological unit or any kind of collective that you normally may have identified with, supported, or found a home in. However, with the Two of Swords upright, it is in this place of neutrality and sovereignty that you're actually drawing in closer one-on-one connections. The Two of Swords upright, you're becoming your own person, free of any kind of identities or maybe identity-defining labels. In fact, with the Two of Swords upright, a lot of you may be finding that you are actually free from holding up any kind of external realities for the sake of another unit or another person. Because with the Two of Swords, we are pulling our energies back. We are actually taking time away from maybe acting or giving up time, energy, or resources that are simply expected of anyone who is taking part in a certain group or a certain collective. As you go through this shift in your way of life is also going to be essentially setting an example that is liberating other friends and other relatives. And we might start off the beginning of the week feeling a little bit lonely, but at the same time, by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, your detachment from these external groups or external collectives is also going to magnetize the true blue of your friends, family, and companions to be with you in the closest one-on-one personal connections you can have, away from group identity. As we get to the Ten of Pentacles for your relationships, it's absolutely gorgeous because it looks like you and a partner are now free to finally go your own way. And that's what I'm really getting with this Ten of Pentacles upright. There's this sense of freedom to create your own kingdom with your intended. Now, this may actually come with a bit of wonderful news, either through your partner, through yourself, or coming to the two of you, about some kind of material abundance coming your way that is actually going to support and supply that sense of kingdom, whether it's something we're bringing to the household or something that we are actually using to create and co-create or manifest this new future, this new step, or this new threshold we are stepping into for our commitment and our relationship. Or perhaps even for those of you who are currently available or looking for somebody new, you may actually find that this is now allowing you to pursue the relationship you want to have because of not only newfound availability, but perhaps even a common ideal for what that end game kingdom, environment, or household is going to look like. And this may actually be presented to you through this person. This may be something that we find, maybe we're out dating, we're talking to people online, and we find out that somebody has the exact same endgame goals, ideals, and values as we do, making for a perfect opportunity to not only break the ice, but get cracking on it. So that is what I've got for you Pisces people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because you all know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.